today on Rappler. Bamban Mayor Alice Guo reveals Chinese national Lin Wen Yi is her father's romantic partner. Senators asked the National Security Council to help convince President Marcos to ban POGOs. In a probe on extrajudicial killings, Representative Abante says it's preposterous that families of drug war victims are afraid to speak publicly. Phivolcs confirms rain from thunderstorms over Kanlaon Volcano produced lahar flows. And UNICEF reports 90% of children in Gaza are suffering from severe food poverty. In a letter to Senator Risa Ontiveros, controversial Mayor Alice Guo of Bamban Tarlac says, Lin Wen Yi, a Chinese national, is my father's romantic partner and his business partner. She is not my mother. She adds, it is not true that Amelia Leal does not exist. Guo reveals the relationship between her father and Lin after Senators Sherwin Gatchalian and Ontiveros voiced suspicions Lin may be the mayor's biological mother. Lin and the Guo family are listed as co-incorporators of at least 7 businesses. Guo's Filipino citizenship hinges on her claim that her mother is Filipino. But the Philippine Statistics Authority says there is a possibility that Amelia Leal does not exist at all since she does not have any birth, marriage, or death certificate. The Senate panel investigating the illegal activities of Philippine offshore gaming operators in the country has asked the National Security Council to help convince President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. to ban POGOs. The statement comes after Senator Risa Ontiveros led an executive session Wednesday, June 5, on the illegal activities of POGOs and their alleged link to Bamban Tarlac Mayor Alice Guo.
Sana i-bring up na rin nila ito kay Presidente para makapagsalita na sila tungkol sa usapin ng POGO bilang national security threat.
The meeting was done in an executive session where in principle discussions should be confidential. The POGOs were raided due to complaints of human trafficking and love scams. Senators found out that surveillance activities and even the hacking of government websites were traceable to the POGO firms in Bamban. Senators are probing Guo's alleged involvement in the 2 illegal POGOs, Hongsheng Gaming Technology and Zun Yuan Technology. It seems House Human Rights Committee Chairperson Bienvenido Benny Abante Jr. could benefit from a crash course on dealing with grief and trauma. During a probe on extrajudicial killings on Wednesday, June 5, Abante berated human rights lawyer Cristina Conti for bringing only 3 families to testify. Abante says being afraid is a preposterous reason to still hide, given that his committee promised protection to the families. He also claims that the Philippine National Police has compassion, even if it's the same PNP whose anti-illegal drug operations led more than 6,000 deaths under the Duterte administration.
Ang frustration ko lang is this. Bakit hindi nag-a-appeal na natatakot? Aba, hindi na kinakailangan matakot dito. Kung ako, tinatabangan ko yung sarili ko eh.
Conti says we allow the victims to process their grief and their healing at their own pace. Phivolcs confirms rain from thunderstorms over Negros Island's Kanlaon Volcano generated volcanic sediment flows or lahars as seen in social media posts. Moderate to heavy rain from the thunderstorms mixed with debris from the volcano were observed on Wednesday, June 5, producing lahars on Kanlaon's southern slopes. The lahar then deposited gray cohesive mud, plant debris, and gravel in at least 4 waterways. Phivolcs strongly recommends increased vigilance and readiness of communities along rivers draining southern Kanlaon, as more thunderstorms might bring heavy rain to Negros Island. Mount Kanlaon erupted last Monday, June 3, its first eruption in nearly 6.5 years. This prompted Phivolcs to place the volcano under Alert Level 2, which means there is increasing unrest and further explosive eruptions are possible. UNICEF says 90% of children in Gaza could not eat nutrients to ensure their healthy growth and development. It says data collected between December 2023 and April 2024 reveal 90% of children in Gaza are suffering from severe food poverty, which means they are surviving on 2 or fewer food groups per day. UNICEF says months of hostilities and restrictions on humanitarian aid have collapsed the food and health systems, resulting in catastrophic consequences for children and their families. Israel says it puts no limit on humanitarian supplies for civilians in Gaza and blames the UN for slow deliveries, calling its operations inefficient. With famine emerging in Gaza and some children dying from malnutrition and dehydration, even Israel's allies have increased pressure on it to do more to let in food. And that's today's wrap. I'm Kara Oliver. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.